Turn the page, live your life every day. Don't let anybody.
Hey, Mike Foster here, having a walk and talk. Today we're going to talk about habits and changing your habits. You know, when people think about habits, what do you think about? A lot of the first thing that comes to mind are bad habits. I got a bad habit. I chew my fingernails. I pick my nose. I drink too much. I do drugs. I don't exercise. I eat badly. Those are all bad habits. I'm lazy. I procrastinate. These are habits. These are bad habits. But this video is about changing your habits, turning bad habits into good, but also creating new habits, creating habits that are good for you and make you happier, healthier, and more fulfilled and purpose-driven in your life. Now, one of my habits, and I've recently stopped it, was drinking too much wine. I would drink a little wine during the day, a little wine with dinner, and then finish it off all throughout the night. Before you know it, a bottle was gone and a new one was open. And in theory, that was just a habit. I loved wine, and I still love wine, and it was a habit to drink it throughout the day. You know, I'd start off in the afternoon, 3 or 4 o'clock, but I would just keep drinking it throughout the day. It wouldn't really alter my being that much. Of course, if you got into that deep into that second bottle, could get a little tipsy. But all in all, it was a habit. I really only needed that 1 or 2 glasses. So I quit it completely. Haven't had any drinks for over a month or a couple months, which is good. It's great. And that was a new habit that I created. I created a habit of not indulging. Replaced it, lots of water, and just chilling out, thinking about it before I drank. But the good news is, you know, I took out all the alcohol in my house, so even at home I wasn't tempted. I couldn't drink anything. If I went out to dinner, which is, you know, not that often, but when I did, if I wanted a glass of wine, you know, I tested that out, and I could do that. I could drink 1 glass of wine and then go home, and that was it. So change your habits. I changed the habit of drinking a bottle of wine just about every day, which really you could justify and say that's not a big deal, but it is, because I want to lose weight, and I've lost quite a bit of weight. Hopefully you can tell, and I'm continuing to lose that weight. But also overall health. 1 glass or 2 glasses of wine a day, if you can do it, nothing wrong with that, they say. But if it becomes a bad habit, then you're having other issues. So change your habit. I changed that habit into no booze at all, no wine at all, just a glass occasionally. What other habits are there? Again, we talked about bad habits. Well, a bad habit is, let's say you're lazy and you eat fast food every day, or you just eat bad food every day, or during the afternoon you're like, I need a snack. And instead of reaching for an apple or a nice piece of citrus or a handful of walnuts or almonds or pistachios, you always went for the potato chips, or you always went for the fatty foods or the sweets. People have sweet issues, sweet habits. You always like, I have a hankering for something sweet, maybe a little ice cream, maybe a little cake, maybe some cookies. Well, those are bad habits. Not that you shouldn't treat yourself, just like with my glass of wine. Treat yourself to a cookie or a piece of cake or an ice cream once a week, one time maybe. But daily, that's a bad habit. Get rid of it. Throw it all out. Don't put it in the house. And, you know, we all get a little hungry sometimes between meals. Nothing wrong with that. Reach for a healthy snack. Even if it's a cheese stick, it's healthier than, you know, eating, you know, a big slice of cake or some cookies. Grab a piece of fruit. Always good for you. Eat a handful of nuts, not the Doritos. Change bad habits into good. And remove the desire, the temptation with that bad habit. Replace it with a good one. You know, the key is that it takes 30 days to create a habit, good or bad. So you don't want to create a bad habit. If you see yourself going down that road, you know, you can still stop after a few weeks, but after 30 days, and of course it probably fluctuates for different people, but overall, approximately 30 days, you create a habit. And just like you can create a bad habit in 30 days, you can create a really good habit in 30 days. And you just have to focus on it, understand what's good versus bad, and execute it. So I talked about alcohol, I talked about food. Same thing, let's talk about exercise. You can create a habit of exercise every day. I take a walk every day. It's a habit. I've been doing it for decades. If I don't do it, it's deeply inherent inside of me that I miss that. It's a part of me. Same thing with meditating every morning. Same thing with exercising 3 to 5 times a week. Riding my stationary bike. Walking is a form of exercise, but it's a different form. It's a lighter form, but it's also meditative. It's also relaxing. You're also communing with nature. That's a habit that you should incorporate. Conversely, a bad habit is sitting on your butt watching TV, sitting on your butt playing video games, sitting on your butt not moving around. That's a habit that when you find yourself doing that, you have to get up and move. You have to create a new habit of moving around. A new habit if you have a desk job, and I do. I sit at my desk 8 to 10 hours a day. You have to force yourself to get up, maybe 5 minutes every hour. That's creating a good habit. That's creating a good habit. Don't let a desk job get in the way of creating good habits. Don't let anything that you do daily in your must-have-to-do life get in the way of a good habit. And if you've created bad habits because of that activity, then you have to stop it, understand why you're doing it, and then create a new habit. 30 days of hard work can create a habit. I've cut down on my drinking, new habit. No drinking occasionally. I always try to eat well, but just for an example, is snacking in between meals. Get rid of all the bad snacks. Maybe treat yourself once a week to a fun snack. But replace those bad snacks with bad snack habits with good snack habits. And exercise. If you see yourself just being too stagnant, being too sedentary, replace it with a habit of saying, I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk 5 minutes a day. I'm going to stretch 5 minutes an hour. 5 minutes an hour walking. I'm going to get up from my desk at least 5 minutes every hour. And I'm going to create good habits. And those are just a few examples. You can use this in any part of your life where you need to get better and live a healthier, happier life. So think about that one. Create good habits. And for more videos like this, check out Live Life 365 at YouTube. And keep living Life 365. Until next time, peace.
Live life 365.
Sweet Babu and Baba Boo.